Hey everyone, this is Smriti. Welcome to QA automation classes. So we are continuing our session on practice sessions or the programs for the Java 8 using the Lambda and the streams. And in the last class, we have seen how to identify the even number or odd number from a list of integer. So today we are going to see how to identify a particular string or a number that starts with particular item. Like let's say uh, for example, I can say, okay, let's say I have a number list 1 2 13, okay, 12 and 15 and then 24, 26, okay, 38. So I have a list like this, and I want to get the elements those are starting with 1. Okay, so those are starting with 1. If you see, so 1, 13, 12, 15, these will be the numbers which are starting with 1. And similarly we can have a few string, right? I'll say hello, then how, hi, okay, what, like that we have the values. So if you see, I want to get the list of the strings which are starting with the word H. So these three will come. Okay. So this is the problem statement, and we'll be seeing how we can achieve this with the help of the stream method and lambda. Okay. So let's go to the IntelliJ and start our program. So interview, I'll say new Java class. I'll say this will be our starts with example. Okay, starts with example. So now let's say main method. Okay, so first thing is to define a list of the integer. So list of integer, I'll say list integer. Okay, any name you can give. I'm giving list integer equals to, let's use rs dot as list, and I'll say 11, 12, 13, 32, 34, 23, 21, 22, okay, maybe 48, 86. So this is nothing but my array list, list of arrays, actually list of integer, but my bad. So I'm using arrays dot as list. I'm creating the list of integer. I have to import this one, alt enter. So now after having a list of integers, what I'm going to do, my intent here is to find out all the numbers from this list of integers which will be starting with 1. So if I have to see what is starting with 1, I can say this 11, 11 will start with 1, 12, 13, these three will be starting with 1, these three numbers 11, 12 and 13, and 32, 23, 21, 22, 48, 86, those are not starting with 1, so it will not be printed. So again here I have to use the filter condition, right? Because I am interested in getting a subset of the data. So let's say list integer dot stream, first convert it into a stream with the stream method, and then we can apply the filter method. So what exactly is my filter method I'm going to do? So I cannot directly apply a filter method and I directly say something, and then I can say dot starts with some value, right? I cannot say with respect to integer. Why? Because integer, we have to first convert each of the integer into the string type, then only we can apply this starts with method. So for that one to do, what we'll do, so before applying the filter, we have to first convert this integer type of data into a string type of data. So how to convert? Like I have to convert all of the data. So here we have to go with the map, because we are going to access each and every element present in the integer list, and then we are going to transform them into the different strings. So I'll say map. So what I'm going to write here inside the map, I'll say for each number or piece, I can give any variable. So for each s will be transformed as s plus double quote. Okay. So if we give this double quote, that means it will be converted into a string. So you know, whether you append anything string or any empty string, whatever you append any string with any other data type, it will become a string. So now 11 plus double colon, so that will become, there is no space, so this is direct double colon, so that means 11 integer will get converted into the 11 string. Okay, so now similarly each of the element from the this list of integer, it will get converted into the string. And after everything is converted into the string, we can, on top of that, we can apply the filter method now. So now the filter, so in the filter what we have to do, we have to say I want to filter those specific data, those are going to start with 1 or 2 or whatever. So I'll say, maybe say n I'll say n dot starts with, see, all the string related methods now can be applied because now each of them is a string, right? So n dot, I'll say starts with, so what, with what we want to know, we do, it is going to start with 1. If it is going to start with 1, then only print it. And I can say after this, either I can use the collect to collect it, or I can use for each and I can show. So let's use the collectors the to list, and after collection is done, I can put this into a list of string. So list of string, let's say list string equals to something. So now if you see, right, so what we're saying here, collected the to list, so we are going to convert the whatever result we are getting, we are converting that into a list, and we are going to store that in the list. But it is a list of the string because this is a string data type, this is not an integer, right? Because we have already converted each of them into the string. It might look like it is an integer, but by default, but internally what is happening here, only we are saying it is converted into the string, we are appending that with the double quote. So now I can do a SOP or sout. I can say list string, copy. Okay, so let me run this one. So if you see, I got the output at 11, 12 and 13. This 11, 12 and 13 are nothing but the numbers which are starting with the 1. But here if you see, we are converting it into the string and we are getting the response in the form of the string. Now if I want to do any numeric operation, suppose after filtering it, so whatever data I have collected, suppose I want to find the square of each number, I cannot do that, I have to again convert it, right? Again convert it into the integer, and then only I can do the whatever operation I want to do, integer type of operation what I want to do, I can do. So let's do that. So instead of collecting it in the form of the string, and before collecting, we'll again convert it into the integer. So let's do that. So this one is without uh, in form of string, converting result to integer. Okay, so how to convert the result into the integer here, that's the question. Okay, so let's see. So it's easy only. So let's see. So list int, we have the list int dot, and I have to apply the stream method, and then again I have to map it. So with the map I have to convert it into the a string. So let's say n plus double quote. So now I'm converting each of the element into the string, and then I'm going to filter. So filter, I'll say a, so a dot starts with, it starts with double quote. Let's say this time we have few from the 20 series, right? 21, 22 and 23. Let's say starts with 2. Okay, so now it will give me all the elements that are going to start with 2. Okay, but before that, before collecting it as a list of the list of the string, I want to convert it into a integer. So now I have, if you see up to this, the evaluation rate up to this, it's going to give me 21, 22, and 23. These three things I'm going to get: 23, 21, 22. So these three things I'm going to get, but in the form of the string. So for those three elements, right, I have to map all of them into the integer. So how to do that? I have to use the map, right? So map again, and in the map I'll say maybe let's take B. Okay, so I'll say integer. Okay, dot, we have the parseInt, right? You have seen that parseInt method, so we'll say parseInt, and we have to pass all the elements into it. So whatever element you have taken here, you have to pass all that element here. So that means this 23, 21, and 22, whatever we got here, they are going to be mapped. How they're going to be mapped? For each b, means for each element, any variable name you can give. So for each variable, it is going to be converted into the respective integer. Okay, and then we can use a collect, and then we can collect to list. So after collecting it to list, I can have it as a list of integer here. Okay, so list of integer, I say list into equals to this one. Okay, so maybe do it here. Okay, dot map. Okay, okay, so dot map integer percent collect. Okay, we have collected, and now I can print that is out, and here I'll say list into. Let's run it. See, so 11, 12, 13, 23, 21, 22. So here you can see these are integers, right? These are converted into the integer. And similarly, we can do one thing with the string. In string, we don't have to this kind of conversion. It is already string. So we have to find in the form of the, we have to define a string array or string list of the string, and then we can filter it. Okay, so let's say another example working with strings. So now let's say list of string, say list str equals to, here arrays dot as list, and here let's give some word like hi. Okay, and how, and hello. Okay, and what else? Hi, hello, what, why, you can put, right? What, okay, why. Okay, so out of these many words we have in the list of the string, these three are starting with H. Okay, and these two are starting with WH. So now I want to filter, and the list of the words that start with H, so, or WH. I can say if it is starting with H, I will get these three. If I'm saying starting with WH, I'll get this two. Or starting with W also, I'll get these two. So let's see that. Okay, so here it is really easy. List string, there is no need of converting to the string and then again apply filter. We can directly use it. Okay, directly starts with method can be used. List string dot stream dot filter. Okay, so how we are going to filter? So let's say for each word, okay, these are all string, you can say string or word, anything. For each word you say w dot starts with. So let's say if it starts with H. Okay, if it starts with H, then dot collect dot collector dot to list. So we have already seen the collector dot to list. Let's just print it here. Okay, dot for each. So for each, I'll say system dot out dot double colon println, right? So now let's run and see. See, hi, how, hello. And if you want to see the words that are starting with WH, same thing we can do. Let's write it. So list string dot stream dot filter. Okay, and filter, let's say for each a, let's say a dot starts with, and I'll say, yeah, h dot starts with, I'll say WH, right? So WH and WH, so I'll say WH, and then dot for each, let's say system, right, dot out double colon println. Let's print this one. Okay. Okay, so this is a dot start with WH. Doesn't it print or what? Oh, sorry. Why it is not printing? It is, I have written small w. It's case sensitive comparison. If you see, this is W, caps W, right? So now we have to modify it with caps W and small h. Now it should print. Let's see. See, so now we saw 11, 12, 13, and 23, 21, 22. This is in the form of string. This is in the form of the integer. And then we got the list of the object that or the element that started with h, that is hi, hi, how, hello. And the second one was the list of the strings, we start with capital W and small h, so that is what and why. Okay, yeah, that's all to this session. Hope you guys are enjoying these classes. If you like my content, please do subscribe to my channel. It will motivate me to come up with different other videos, right? This kind of videos, and I have planned to start some SDET series also. So please do subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. And again, we'll meet tomorrow with some other example. Thank you. Bye.